Church is a church that seeks to operate, serve its community without owning any real estate. And so these churches are not seeking to buy land or build buildings. So you'll find portable churches that rent existing structures like school cafeterias, auditoriums at universities, facilities such as we're in now, like a hotel grand ballroom, anywhere essentially where we can find empty square footage that's not being used that can be converted into a space for worship and Bible study on Sunday mornings. And so, yeah, portable church is simply being the church, serving the community, offering services without owning any real property.
Well, as you can see, it starts out like this, meaning that everything comes, well, we've recently arranged it such that the Marriott would actually bring down our stuff, but previously this used to be a larger endeavor where we would actually have to take a trailer from load it up with our stuff at another off-site storage location and have to bring it here. Now it's a little bit easier, a little bit more accommodating, but you know, the challenge is, I suppose, you know, getting the personnel here in the morning, because you know we all don't like to wake up at 8, and some of us guys, since we work in research, we that's one of the banes is waking up in the morning. So, but that being said, I think, you know, it's just who's up for the task to do this, you know, for it to be routine and still be enjoyable. And I most certainly do find it enjoyable. It's just something that when Ben and I had talked about this a long time ago, he had, you know, really commended me for doing this, and some other guys, and said, you know, this isn't any different than putting on shoes and socks. You know, just do it. It's my mentality about it. Oh well. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Where's this? So actually, are we deciding what to do with this thing yet? I think we keep putting him in the elevator. All right, escalator for me. Oh, that is what it is. Hey, our grand piano's back. What do you know? Sometimes we were pushing this in actually to play grand piano in the sanctuary. That was fun. A lot of this is just going to be kind of scattered. Us pushing things and where they need to go, and then we'll focus on, hey guys. Morning, morning, morning. Oh man. So see, we actually have some newer recruits here this morning, which would be Avinash and Arnold. Ben's been coming for a while. So this will be a fun morning. We'll get to see how it gets done.
So B and C go there, front?
Yeah. Hey, yeah, everything except A.
Goes here, right?
Yes, sir, it does. It's like Transformers in reverse, you know, you take things apart instead of putting them together. It's like Optimus Prime coming apart.
No, let's put it like this on.
Robots in disguise, more than meets the eye. Alright. This is some of our speaker stands. And this is us putting different microphone cables into the snake and distributing them. Some of the specific things are definitely getting your sound right, I suppose, because we have different instrumentation. Sometimes we have a more simple setup, sometimes we have a more elaborate setup. So if we have percussion involved, that's going to be a little bit more challenging. There's different dynamics in the room, you know, versus if we just have a guitarist. And of course, you know, sometimes, which is a good thing, is as we're starting to incorporate more new people, it's a matter of just like showing them too what's going on, and also being able to facilitate them and help them out. And of course, you know, mistakes are going to be made along the way, but you know, for some of us, guys are a little bit more seasoned, it just takes a little bit more patience on our behalf to show those guys, hey, this is how you do it, this is how you get things done, and this is the most efficient way of doing things, which is fine, but that's just like a normal growing pain in the process of incorporating new people. There we go. This is good? Yeah, a little bit. That's fine. Or you can lean it a little bit more that way. There we go. There we go. That's looking good. Right on. Oh man. Dude, it's like worker bees this morning. I love it. It's a good Sunday. Need to keep talking or?
Yeah, just keep talking. Just be yourself.
Okay. I don't know if it's being recorded or not. I'll talk to a wall if you let me. If you want me to do that, I will. Portable church is wonderful. You get to take a part of ownership. And it's also feels like a little bit of ownership into the kingdom of God. It's a wonderful feeling. I don't think we could have this opportunity at a larger, more established church. We just wouldn't have the chance to really be able to sink our teeth in and do opportunities like this. And I think it's a great, wonderful hands-on opportunity, a good way to bond with other guys. And I think some of the guys I probably know better through setup and perhaps after church because of spending time to work alongside them. That's one of the wonderful things I really love about this. And so I think there's a better, you get a really good appreciation of people. It's kind of like camping, You go camping, you really don't, you may not know everyone out there, but by the end of the trip, you will know everybody. You will know who likes to set up the tent, who likes to make a fire, who doesn't like to set up the tent, who doesn't like to make a fire. And I think that, it's really important, because it just shows you how you bond and the camaraderie between other people. So I find it very important. So one thing that's been really interesting is just how God is really, it's been like a nebula of people that, nebula is really kind of scattered, disorganized. Of course you have a star, but it's really brought people together that from so many different places that have so many different talents as well. And that's one thing we've been seeing with setup, because a lot of us in the beginning of this church, from the conception, like a lot of guys that were setting it up over and over again were also playing, either guitar or bass or percussion, and so I was like, okay, you play that and you do this, that's kind of interesting. So that's been one of the beautiful things that God has somehow provided for. And the funny thing is, in the beginning, because it's a small church, like as musicians, we were also the roadies, we were also the ones setting everything up too. So, but God has been faithful, and there, of course, there's some times where a few guys get burnt out from doing it over and over again, but we all get relieved eventually.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think a lot of people think that you really need to own a building, because obviously there's a lot you can do with a building, but I think there are some real clear advantages to not owning a facility. For one, I think definitely for us as a church, it keeps us focused on the fact that the church is not a building. Fundamentally, that's not what the church is. The church is a group of people that gather for a specific purpose, to serve one another, to encourage one another, to grow in their love and knowledge of Christ, to find ways to impact their community. And so those things can happen anywhere the people are. And so the church fundamentally is people, not a building. I think maybe the clearest advantage actually is just a financial advantage. Not owning a building helps a church stay out of debt and minimize its expenses pretty significantly, so that church can turn around and use what money comes in to give back to the community, invest in the world. And so, for example, because we operate this way and we don't have any debt, we don't have incredibly high expenses for overhead and facility, last year we were able to do some really cool stuff, like we drilled a water well in Haiti through our people's giving. We sent missionaries around the world. We invested a lot, both locally and globally, to serve others and try to make a difference in the world. And I think that the financial structure that surrounds Portable Church is really conducive to being a very benevolent, generous group of people towards the community and towards the world. Going on, but today I have my son Landon here with me. Landon, move up here on the front center a little bit. And Landon has a really important announcement to make to you guys. He's got something that's important in his life that he wants to share, and it's an announcement for the rest of the church. So Landon, share with them your announcement. It's okay. It's first time of stage fright.
I'm getting baptized on the 23rd because I want to follow Jesus.
Thank you, son.